Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make it look good. I might switch this to map mode because of the detail that this piece has. So now we're going to leave it on 100. Going to make it a little bit contrasty. I'm going to lighten it up. Sharpen it for this for sure. But we normally use sharpness on pretty much everything I do, most of the time. Very rare that I don't turn up the sharpness to full sharp. So let's see what we have. We have here, we'll just try and open it up, a sheer Lurex t-shirt of some description. How would you wear this in public? I think it would look good over a swimming costume, to be honest. It's so sheer and transparent. You wouldn't want to wear it with nothing in public. So you'd probably wear it over a swimming costume or something like that. So you wouldn't wear it without anything underneath, obviously, but I'm sure a lot of men would like to think that way. I'm actually thinking we're going to enlarge this. But basically, yeah, it's a very sheer garment. You wouldn't wear it without something underneath like a swimming costume. It would look good at the beach over a costume. Let's see how this looks. Oh, that looks interesting. Very dark, as you'd expect. Wondering if I'm going to move it around a bit differently. Change the lineup. Or not lineup, you know what I mean. Change the arrangement a bit. So just maybe scrunch it up a little bit more. Maybe make it more scrunchy. More of a scrunchy sort of a thing. Let's try again. Okay, out it comes. Yeah, that's a better arrangement. That looks a lot better. So now I'm wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. Going to make that the centre, or we're going to maybe... That's a hard one. That's a tough one, folks. Let's see how we go. We're going to scrunch it. We're going to scrunch it further. We're going to make this a little bit more interesting by scrunching it further. So we're just going to make this look a lot better. It's not an easy one to do, folks. Let's check it out, see if this is a better arrangement. Yeah, that looks more interesting. It looks similar but different. Wondering if we're going to do another version of this, or we're going to leave it like that. Oh, we'll soon find out. We're going to see what we can do with it. We're going to just scrunch it further, I think. So I'm just going to change it around because it still has much the same pattern, which is annoying. So I'm just trying to make this a bit different. It's a bit hit and miss, folks, trying to get a good arrangement that I'm happy with. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I think we could perhaps run with it. Don't know. That part I don't like in some ways. I still am not completely satisfied with it. So I'm wondering, what are we going to do to make this a better piece? We're going to make this, I think this is the part I don't like. This shirt sleeve just rolled in, so I'm just moving it out, and we're just going to scrunch it up just like that and try again. So I've moved that part out that looks dissatisfying. Okay, out it comes. Yeah, I still have that piece there that I don't like. But maybe, don't know, maybe it's not so bad. Don't know where that part comes from. That's that one. So now I'm actually wondering where that's coming from. It must be coming from, what else have we got? Got that there, got that sleeve, and we've got this, and we just want this scrunch up of an area to make it look more interesting. And we just seem to be fucking it up all the time. Okay, out it comes. Let's check it and see what we have. We still have that piece there. That must be the seam in the pitch in the shirt. But that looks nice. Wondering how far are we going to go to make this better. I think it's that seam in there that's in the way. That seam here. Try to get rid of that seam. It just is in the fucking image all the time, and I don't want it there. I want it to look really nice. I don't know why we've got that piece of seam work in the image in there. So let's try that again. I'm going to try and make this a really nice demo, so I don't want to go for mediocrity or underachievement. We want to make this a really nice piece. And we still have that, I don't know what that seam is. I don't know, I've made it worse. This image, I like this one except for that. Why has I got that bloody fucking seam? It must be the side of the shirt. It is. It's the side of the fucking shirt. That's the seam I'm talking about, I think, is in the image. And it's taken me that long to realise how to remove it. I just wondered, what the fuck? You know, honestly, I have no liking for stuff like that. I don't know why I couldn't find that fucking seam. Now it should be gone. It should look good. This is going to be a fairly prolongated demo by the looks of things. But I didn't want the seam. I thought the seam was the shirt sleeve and all that. But now that's not a very good arrangement either. Even though I've removed the offensive piece, we now have to try and scrunch it again and make sure that seam doesn't end up in there, or something similar ends up in this image. So I'm just going to try my best to make it really scrunchy and interesting. But it's taken that long to remove that particular part of the image. That's how fucking stupid I can be sometimes, folks. Sometimes I don't do things as logically as I often think that it's too. For some reason I just thought it was whatever. Now that looks shit. That looks shit. Now we've got shit. Well, we take, with the seam it looks shit. Then without the seam it looks shit. So now we're just going to perhaps try something else. We might go to 100%. See what we can get there. Now 10 minutes into the demo. So this is going to be a prolongated one. Trying to get something decent out of this. It has potential, folks. That's the thing. It's a nice original. It's a nice image to work with. And now we've got this label, and it looks shithouse. Look at it. It's like squares, like boxes. I don't want that fucking look. And we don't want that fucking label. So, I don't know why it looks so boxy. I don't like that boxy look. I want it angled. I want it beautifully like it was before, except without that bloody seam. But it looked too boxy, you know, like square, rectangle. So we got rid of the seam. Now can we make this into a decent demo? That still looks boxy. That part there looks a bit square. Don't know what to do with it, folks. Whether we're going back to enlarging it, back onto there. We don't want it looking square and boxy. We want it looking nice and angled. We want it angled, and we want it nice and flowing, not fucking boxy and square, lining up with the edge of the paper. So difficult, folks, this one. So I got it looking good before, but it had the ugly seam. Now take the seam away and we lose all the fucking fluidness of the image. And now that looks a bit better. Wondering if we still got a bit of another ugly feature into the image. Another sleeve. But I think we can work with it. I'll see how we go with it. I think we've spent enough time on this particular demo, but we're still not happy with the outcome. I've got that ugly sleeve there. That was what we have, and it still doesn't look all that satisfactory. So we're going to try and scrunch it up again in there and see how we go. So it's really difficult trying to get this looking good for a mirror image. But we're nearly 13 minutes into this demo. So we're nearly 13 minutes. Now that looks interesting. It looks similar, but we don't have that ugly stitchy mark there. I'm actually thinking this is going to be the center. This might be finally the conclusion to this demo. So we're just gonna, we don't want to get too fussy, because it's not that hard to make something look like a mirror image. Sometimes it's difficult and other times it's not as hard. But at least we've worked out the things we don't want out of the image, out of the picture that we're making. Because this is a really nice piece of material, or this shirt. So we're just going to make mirrors out of this. More than 14 minutes into this demo, folks. This is going to be a really, really prolongated one, if ever there was. It looks like I'm going to have to change my micro SD card a bit earlier, because it's going to be so full of this demo and other demos that I've done which have been really long lately. I've been making a lot of those prolongated ones. Yeah, you just don't know how it's going to go until you start demoing and you realise your fucking demo's going for so fucking long. So, you know, you just don't know what's going to happen, and sometimes you get a run of short ones and sometimes you get a run of long ones. But anyway, that looks quite nice. I think now we can finally call this demo quits.